Hey guys, how's it going? We got another word counter video for you today. We're going to be looking at the Uncanny, both on offense and defensive. I'll show you who I use my Uncanny against on the offensive side, teams that can beat them on the defensive side, how they shook up my roster. They've actually canceled out one of the hybrids I used to use, obviously, because I used Phoenix, and we're using Phoenix now on this team. We'll talk about that real quick, and just my overall impression of the team. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. I'm going to hide real quick so we can talk about T4's ISO 8, and I'll show you starting on offense. So here we go. We're going to be using them against the Inhuman hybrid teams. They can do pretty big punch-ups against this team. And starting from left to right, let's go. Colossus, really only need his passive, though I do like his special and his ultimate, and I really like him as a skirmisher. Next, we got Phoenix. I like everything but the basic. It increases her functionality on all those fronts, and she's going to be a pretty big part of this team, though not the key part that you would think. I like her as a striker, especially in this matchup. She's actually going to get to use that attack. Then we got Magic. We want everything but the basic done. For this matchup in particular, we do not need the ultimate, though for the next matchup I'm going to show you, you need the ultimate, so I do recommend you do that. Now, I have her as a barrier because I need her to survive. She's kind of a kit-based character for me right now, but I need her at least big enough to survive, which is why I have her as a moderate investment. And you can also use her striker. Her damage does get exponentially better the bigger she is. Then we got Storm and Cyclops. And I'll talk about these kind of as a pair because they're kind of our power armor wrapped in a two-piece. You only need the passive on these characters. The ultimate will increase the value of this team a lot. It's kind of luxury, but it increases their value a lot. And for Storm, the special is no slouch either. Now for Storm, Skirmisher would work very well with her. Make sure you land those stuns, make sure you land the slows on her opening special. I, however, have her as a Raider because I like when things go boom. Booming things is fun. Cyclops, again, Skirmisher would work because you land more defense downs. That's fun. Same with the Striker, gives you more chance to land those defense downs. But Raider makes things go boom, and I like boom. So I actually have both of them as a Raider personally. As far as the killer goes, it's never really set in stone with this team. It depends what gets done from the Storm special. It also depends what Storm crits with her ult. Same with Cyclops. You'd be surprised what these guys are going to randomly just yeet off the map. As far as the important moments go for this matchup in particular, do not use the Phoenix special. That's going to make her hold on to that offense down, which is going to make the Coulson ult, if there is a Coulson, hit Storm instead. Storm can then get destroyed, and we don't want that. Then we're going to use Storm Special, and if we notice there's a crystal on the field, we're not going to want to push the enemy Inhuman people past 50%, as that's going to break their stun, and that's kind of a waste. So let's go ahead and look at some footage. I'm going to pop back up. Now I'm going to be showing a 315k punch-up. I don't suggest to go that high. I would suggest staying between the 100 to 150 range, and making sure your Storm and Cyclops are appropriately built for such matches. So as you see here, we're not going to use the Phoenix special on the opener. Here's the basic. We get a defense down on the Crystal, which is fun. We'll throw a stun out there. We do land the slow on Crystal. The reason I chose this practice footage and not other ones where it went a lot better is because I want to show you worst case scenario in all these matchups. So of course we want to use that special. We want charges on our characters. You'll see that the Phoenix special actually dropped the Yo-Yo and the Crystal below 50%. That stops the Crystal passive from getting activated, which is cool, just less to go through. We need to use Taunt on Colossus there. We're not going to extend buffs. We want the Black Bolt to use his special on Colossus, essentially making him useless. And there goes Yo-Yo. Here comes the Storm ult. Say goodbye to that big Doc Ock. Black Bolt's almost dead. And there he goes. So that was 300k punch-up, no big deal. Now the second team I like to use them against is Black Order. You need to have Magic's ult T-forward for this matchup. I'm doing about 180k punch-up. I suggest even smaller punch-ups on these. I like between 60 and 80k for my Black Order counters. So we are going to use the Phoenix special right away on this one. And my Cyclops wasn't very big at the time of filming this. He was only 75, gear tier 13. But when you have him big enough, his special is very likely to put a taunt on the Ebony Maw. That disrupt does not stop the taunt, which is fantastic, which is going to let our Phoenix go in and strip all those buffs. You see this Cull actually lost his taunt along the way, which is great. We'll go ahead and extend everything here because I still wouldn't mind my Phoenix dying. Before she dies though, she strips Ebony Maw of all of his buffs and this is just nasty. Storm is going to take Ebony Maw off the map before he even gets to ult, and essentially that's a win here. There goes my Phoenix. So you notice we don't have any deflex, any defense ups, and somehow our X-Men are fine in the face of this big Thanos, and that's a lot because of the Phoenix passive, so you make sure you have that T-forward. There you go. Or is it the Colossus passive? Whatever passive gives them life is very important. So there you go, guys. Pretty good. And as you saw here, we didn't need the Phoenix, or sorry, the Magic Ultimate here because Ebony Maw was dead before any controllers died. But trust me, this matchup can go kind of different ways depending on who gets stunned from Storm, and making sure you can clear that ability block is very important. And also, my Colossus is actually a healer. I'm too cheap on T4s, or sorry, on Blue Minus to fix him. But if I'm using Uncanny, primarily against the Inhuman hybrids, well, I was also using my X Factor against the Inhuman hybrids. I need to change them, so this is one of the ways it's changing my roster, and coincidentally, it's also letting me kill Uncanny teams, which is fantastic. So I'm now using my X Factor Zemo against Uncanny. It hasn't changed anything as far as T4s or ISO 8 goes for my X Factor Zemo team. However, I will say this does add value to having Shatterstar Special, Ultimate, Long Shot, Special, and Ultimate T-Forward. I currently don't have those done, but I would love to have them done. As far as kill order goes, we're going to kill Cyclops or Storm. I typically go for Cyclops first, and then if we can get through the Colossus and take care of the magic, that's good, and then we'll AoE down the rest. The important moments, be careful of Psylocke variants. So if there's a Psylocke over a Cyclops, be careful. If you can yeet her off the map by putting defense down on her and long shot ulting her into oblivion, that's the best thing to do before trying to AoE people down. That could be difficult because the way Zemo bounces, you never know if you're going to knock that Psylocke into yellow and she's going to get a bunch of dodges, and she can start with dodges obviously if she's got that T-forward, or if she gets it's like it's 50-50 without the T4. Anyway, there's a lot that goes into with the Psylocke one. Just be careful of that version and make sure you kill her by not pushing her, getting rid of her dodge, and make sure your long shot hits the ult on her. But if there's no Psylocke, this is super, super straightforward. We're going to ability block the Storm, we're going to Shatterstar Special, we're going to long shot ult Cyclops off the map, and then we're just going to AoE down everybody else. So let's go ahead and look at this. And again, I showed the worst case scenario. Colossus, this is a 200k punch up, I believe. If Colossus doesn't drop his defense up from the Zemo ultimate, which he didn't here as you see, then this match gets a little trickier. But you want to expect that because Colossus does get a lot of resist when he has defense up. So what do? I go ahead and put ability block on Storm. Her hitting her special would be problems. Also, a little bit of damage doesn't hurt on her. We go ahead, we throw the Shatterstar Special. And now we're going to ult that Cyclops off the map. Now, if Colossus does get that defense down stripped, or defense up stripped off him, he's going to get immunity here from the Polaris, and then you can just pick who you want to kill. That's why I say kill magic if possible as a third target. But that's not the case here, so we're just going to AoE everybody down, and it works just as well. Now, this is practice mode. Deflex changed this a little bit. It doesn't change the fact that it works, though, but it does change how big of a punch-up you want to do. So, in the event of deflex, try and keep it to like a 50 to 100k punch-up, and you're not going to regret it. This team works very, very well. As you see, we get a lot of barrier. I'm going to lose my Zemo because he doesn't get all the benefits that the Dad Bros get. But as soon as you start critting, you get a lot of barrier, you get a lot of healing, and you can just kind of face tank all these enemy abilities. So magic is finally gone. And as you see, we're actually going to have no defense ups in the face of this 7 Red Star Phoenix ult. But the Dad Bros get so much healing, so much barrier. Just watch how we tank this ultimate like champs. Only Polaris dropped to yellow, and Shatterstar was low at some point, and he just healed back up. I'm telling you guys, Dad Bros and Zemo are here to stay as far as war offense goes. So what did this do to my roster? It made me take X-Force Zemo, prioritizing Inhuman teams away, start focusing on Uncanny teams, and now I use my Uncanny team to focus Inhuman Coulson teams. As far as total benefit goes, I like using my Uncanny on offense. I'm not going to put my Uncanny on defense. I think if I build my Uncanny up enough, there's going to be even more possibilities opened up to them than I had for, wait for it, my Astonishing X-Men team, which is where I had my Phoenix. So what am I doing with my Astonishing X-Men team? They're on defense now. So that's an easy 1 million power team that people do trip up on, that don't have super benefit, super use on offense. I think Uncanny will have better capabilities in offense than Astonishing does as a cookie cutter teams. So Astonishing goes on defense, and I've already gotten a couple wins having them on defense, which is great. So that's how Uncanny has affected my roster. Let me know how it's affected yours. And as I've been talking, we've been fighting this Colossus for about 2 minutes. Yes, if he keeps his defense up and he's big enough, the passive heals that he get is pretty insane. It takes a while to kill him, but everyone else dies around him, so this is a done deal. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and that is going to end the little run I was doing of war counters. So I'm going to congregate them all together. There's going to be no gameplay footage, but I'm going to put it all in words and graphics, have a couple fun animations, and that Astonishing Phoenix team that we used to use against the Surfer Mercs, since we've broken that up, that'll be taken out. Maybe I'll mention that in the video. But yeah, hope you guys are doing good, happy, healthy, looking at the New Year's, woohoo, in a positive way. It's going to be fun. Can't wait to explore it all with you guys, see where this channel goes, see where this game goes, because we've got a lot of interesting stuff happening, including Tower Mode getting released tomorrow. That looks fun. I'll be streaming that on Twitch at 8 p.m. Eastern. Feel free to join me if you'd like. But until then, guys, take care, have fun, have fun, stay happy, healthy, and I'll check you later. Bye for now.